Hi, Annette Hardy here with CK Events. Just wanted to show you a couple techniques that you might learn if you come to one of our shows. Now we're going to show you how to go ahead and make this fun Rickrack flower. This was made using a jumbo thermoweb jumbo zot and some Rickrack. And who'd have thought that we could do such cute stuff with Rickrack? So I'm going to move this aside and show you how you can do this. What you need is just some Rickrack ribbon, just regular, just at the, whatever craft store you shop at. This, I'm using a 1/4 inch, and so really super simple. And you're going to need some tape, and I've got my tape dispenser right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut about, you're going to want about 48 inches, 50 inches, depending on how big you want your flower to be. So for a jumbo size glue zot, I used about 40 inches. So it's really only going to be half that width, because what we're going to do is I'm going to find the ends and find the very middle. So I'm going to put my two ends together. We're going to pretend that this is the actual length. So put the two ends together, and then I'm going to find the middle. And so this is the trickiest part. This is the hardest thing you're going to do all day, is you're just going to find the middle, and you're going to kind of fold it in half like that, and you're going to start to wind where it naturally falls together. So if you can see that, you're just going to start to wind it in and out. There's that natural curve where the Rickrack itself just starts to intertwine together. And so it's a really simple technique. We're going to start winding it. And once you get down a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and tape that to the table or whatever your work surface is. So we're going to pull that off. We're going to just tape that down. And then I'm just going to start like you're braiding. So we're just literally, but not as complicated as a braid. Do you see how easy that is? It's just winding and winding and winding. And as soon as you get through the entire length, then you're going to finish with an entire, you're going to have a big long length of it. And then once you're done with that, I'm going to set that aside and pull you one that has already been wound. And so this one here has actually been wound already. You see that you kind of have to straighten it out. It's gonna naturally, and we didn't even have to add any adhesive at all to the beginning, but we did have to do it at the end. So all we did at the end was we took a little tiny glue dot and stuck it together. Super simple. It doesn't even have to be a clean edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that end part, and that becomes now our center of our flower, and we're going to start to roll it. And this isn't anything tricky. We're just straightening it out and rolling it up. Super, super simple. We're just rolling it just like, just rolling it like a flower. When it gets a little bit bigger, it's a little bit easier to roll. Just twisting it with my fingers. You want it kind of tight, and you see there's a little snag in the ribbon. I don't want you to worry about that, because we're going to turn it over and see what the back side looks like. Sometimes the back side is cuter than the front side, so I'm going to kind of pull it a little bit tighter, and we're just going to keep rolling it. And you see how it's kind of twisted there? We're not going to worry about that. We're just going to straighten it a little bit and keep rolling and twisting. And once you get to the very end, which we're almost at our very end, you're going to grab your jumbo glue zot and take off the top. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm going to bring my glue zot right in the picture, if you can see that. And as I'm rolling, we're almost done to the very end. I'm going to just continue on and twisting it, and we're rolling and twisting. It's like a 50s party, twist and shout. So we're just going all the way around. Now you're going to have that little end at the back, at the end, it's called the end. So when you're done, you're going to have this little tail at the end. All I want you to do is first, let's decide which side is the better side. We have this side, or we have this side. So it just depends on what side you like better. And I kind of like that side, so let's tuck in our end underneath, just underneath, and we're going to stick it on the glue zot, that jumbo glue zot. And now I'm going to kind of push it open. We want to make sure that all of our layers are stuck onto the page. And this is something you can just sit at home, do in front of the TV. You could just be making Rickrack flowers all day. Hide your dishes in the oven. It's the illusion of clean you're going for, right? So look at that pretty rosette we made. You can also do it in a lot of different colors. We also made a pink one. And that's it for our Rickrack rosette lesson. Hopefully we'll see you in class.